Hello there everybody and welcome back to falmunction Plays Dark Souls Remastered in what very well could be our very last episode as I venture yet again through our I don't know, I still sort of like this area. I know it's not the greatest. It's still certainly the blemish of Dark Souls on the whole. Like, there's some areas where you could be like, it's not that bad, but Lost Izalith in particular, and Demon Ruins to some extent. But I found something that'll at least redeem a little bit of the mistakes that I've made as we go back and kill some bugs just for the hell of it, and also for potential sunlight metal drops. It could happen. Oh, it did happen. No, it didn't. It's Red Titanite. Still pretty good. And we see where Solaire has gone while we were offing a tree.
Was it all a lie? Have I done this all for nothing? Oh, my dear son. What now? What should I do? My son. My dear, dear son.
Anything else?
Was it all a lie? Oh, my...
Yeah, so it turns out Solaire is just a crazy dude. If we hadn't killed that maggot, the sunlight maggot which dropped this awesome hat, which looks like this by the way, we would have encountered Solaire here being completely mad, not hollow because he does talk to you, wearing this, attacking you. Let's see what this says. A loathsome parasite that inhabits Lost Izalith is completely immobile yet still lives. When worn on the head, it emanates blinding light, which is why it is known as a sunlight maggot. So, I guess maybe Solaire thought that's the last possible thing that could... That was our mask, right? Yeah. He's searched for suns here and there and high and low. Maybe the maggot will let him find his illumination. Not really. But as a result, he just sits here and does nothing, I presume. Until we, of course, summon him for the final boss fight, which is open to us now. Oh. Well. It's actually not like the Titanite lizard would help us all that much at this point. But I mostly need is souls to amp up my equipment and be able to do all these, craft all these weapons basically that is needed for full completion of the game. But of course you won't see that. And I don't know if I'll even show you anything past this point, past beating Gwyn. This is a toughie, as you can see. Maybe I shouldn't even be fighting him. Oh, she wouldn't drink. Yeah, okay. That was very much something I could easily see happen. So before we go to Gwyn and wrap everything up, we have a few tiny loose ends to check out, particularly in the Duke's archives. It also gives me an opportunity to sort of go through the game just one last time, just see the interconnectedness one final time and be done with it. Now I don't know if this is necessary for the Knight's Honor achievement, which is kind of a bitch. It's, if you know what it is, it's if you don't know. Basically, you have to get all the quote-unquote rare items in the game. That may include certain items like the Channeler's Trident, but if the wiki is to be believed, that's not actually the case. But I still got it anyway. Just want to go through here without dying necessarily. Oh, it's not that easy. We will probably die if we jump down here, so let's just trick up. Hey. It's been a while since I sort of mastered this, but unless you're like a true Dark Souls savant, you'll still sometimes just get blindsided by enemies. Now, I'm not sure, but isn't this... Actually, wait a second. I might have to use the lever here to call the elevator. Wait, where's the lever? There it is. And that way we'll find Logan again. I'm pretty sure he's moved. I haven't confirmed it, but it should be the case. Because after you've bought all his sorceries that you can provide, something snaps. That's of course the theme with many characters in this game. And for some reason I thought the elevator would move to the very bottom, but it actually just moves. Wait, where does he move? Oh, up here, okay. And this is what gives us the opportunity, correct? I'm almost certain. Yeah. This is where we fought that crystal dude. Not sure. I guess he doesn't respawn. And got our asses beat by Seath the first time. Let's just prepare for the worst here. Would you look at that? Wait, what? Logan, what the hell? Well, he's not here. Got the large magic ember. I was still missing that, but I thought this is where you fought Logan after he gets completely, consumed by his own sorcery. Let's quit real quick and see if it changes things. Maybe I had to pick up the ember first and then I get to fight him, but I doubt it. Oh! What? Maybe the game wasn't finished loading yet. Let's go back and see what we're missing. Oh, I haven't actually. This time I'll make sure I actually sit at the bonfire. All this is basically padding out the episode because I assume the fight against Wind won't take very long, but famous last words, I might be completely setting myself up for failure here. I guess I hadn't bought everything yet.
Who are you? Stay clear of my work. Curses upon you. How dare you disturb me?
I guess we had to talk to him once.
Who are you?
Yeah, okay. He's Office Rocker. So now we go through everything again? I'll spare you the details. Alright, so hopefully this will be Yeah. Actually, I had to reload the game the way I thought I had to before. This will be a quick one, as you can see. Holy crap. Bye, Logan. I don't know if he has dialogue. Maybe I should have waited a little bit. This is where we get the White Dragon Breath sorcery, his big hat, and his catalyst. Let's see what they all say one last time. Big hat. Gigantic hat worn by the great sorcerer Logan. It completely hid his face, which led to his nickname Big Hat. Famously antisocial, Logan used it to block out noise and people's stares so he could focus on his own thoughts, but it does not possess any special magical powers. Then we have his catalyst. Catalyst imbued in terrifying crystal magic. Pretty terrific too. Used by Logan after his fixation on Seath. Makes all sorceries incredibly powerful, but demands extremely high intelligence from its wielder and halves sorcery usages. Interesting. And last but not least, I thought I only needed this as my last sorcery to get the achievement, but I guess I was wrong. Maybe there's some sorceries you need to get with some of the covens, maybe. White Dragon Breath. Sorcery developed by Logan during his infatuation with Seath the Scaleless amid crystal breath of Seath the Scaleless. Although it no longer causes curses, what madness caused by old Logan to appropriate this frightful power of the ancient dragons. I agree. This really doesn't look like something you wanna imitate, but you know, immortality and all that, so I can understand. So I'll just, you know, wander through here and take in the sights through Anno Londo. Shouldn't take us all that long. The game is really quite good at spacing out the areas, thinking you're going like a really long way. And of course there's also these like loads of shortcuts to make you go through everything faster, of course. But usually you can go through one end of Dark Souls up until the other pretty fast if you want to. Oh, crap. I shouldn't be doing that while he's casting his stuff. But, you know, you of course also have fast travel at some point, so that's not bad. This is basically the reason why the other Dark Souls games needed to have fast travel from the start, or it made it like all the more important for them to have it, because the areas were just not intended to be walked through from one end to the other in one fell swoop, right? And getting to that, oh wow, I don't think I've ever gone through the exit of the archives in this way in Dark Anno Londo. Yeah, it takes like a huge amount of... Wait a second. Is Anno Londo... This doesn't look as dreary as it used to. What's going on? Well, it's still Dark Anno Londo. There's no giant guards. It's kind of weirding me out. Did Twilight Anno Londo always look so orange to you? I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe this is due to the fact that Gwyn is about to be dusted. I didn't know, if that's the case, I didn't know that at all. That's the awesome thing about this game. You keep finding out new things about it, even though you've played it. I don't know, I think I've played through the first game, like this game, at least 6 times, mostly all the way through, including New Game Plus. And still, certain things completely miss. This guy is real, though, so he can carry us. Yeah, this is like we're witnessing a sunrise. I'm really glad I went through this once more. Why is that? This looks like it's glitching out or something. Okay, now it looks fine. The lighting seemed really off. Weird. I think they intended for Anne Orlando to, after it's revealed that Guinevere was but an illusion, they intended for Anne Orlando to also affect the other areas, and obviously that never ended up happening, but we see that in Dark Souls 3 when a certain thing happens. All of a sudden, a lot of the previous areas get a very different skyline. Hey there. I didn't get the riposte. Whatever. Didn't die, unfortunately. Could be a problem. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Yeah. Not gonna let myself be interrupted by mere lightning bolts at this point. We have sunlight spears to deal with soon. And it didn't take us all that long even just to get to the parish, which is one of the early areas. So let's just rest here real quick. Say hello to Andre. Just because we can. He's kind of a beloved character.
That's an odd ember you have there.
Yeah.
I know what you were thinking, but I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else.
Probably Rickard, the guy we haven't talked to in ages down in what's it called? At the hub area between New Londa Ruins and Filing Shrine. The memories. So in order to get to the 100% completion achievement, you have to go through the game twice, and then you have to go through in New Game Plus 2 as far as killing Seath. Not Seath, Sif, I mean. Because you need his soul 3 times. At the very least, you have to do that. If you've missed something along the way, of course. Guess I'm not very good at guarding, huh? If you missed something along the way, you might have to do more than that. But oh well. Remember fighting the boar? Yeah. Did we ever go kill the Black Knight up here? We must have. I seem to remember that we did. but I can't be quite sure. If not, you know, and we did actually kill him, we get like a really nice view of the surrounding area. This is a really, really... More games need to do that, I'm just saying. Show you where you've been, where you're going, give you like an overview of things. I don't know what it is that makes that feel so rewarding or so... I don't even know. It's just awesome. So, one thing I actually promised to you is that we'd kill the goddamn Hellkite Dragon. And we really should. We really, really should. He's not in. Hey, you jerk! What's going on, Hellkite? I think he's waiting for me to go to the midsection of the bridge. Maybe not. There he is! Well, what has changed since the last time we tried this? I don't honestly know, but what I do know is that we have some more tricks up our sleeve, especially some ranged attacks so that the actual fight won't take as long. But for that I need to go back and see, oh, you guys. Jerks. To this day, if you're not prepared for this ambush, or if you're underestimating it, can be big trouble for you. Okay. Thought I saw a glimmer of a humanity in that rat. I'm still not confident we can kill this guy in our first attempt. I gotta be honest here. But at the same time... Oh, is he left? Who earns? Come back, you cowardly piece of shit. There's a way to make him spawn again. Like he's just gonna fly away and... I think you have to go all the way to the back of the bridge. It's been a while since I looked this up. Or did I try it out? Something like that. Like when you go here... Just looking if maybe there's something Solaire related. Sometimes after you've finished up an NPC quest line, they will drop items at related spots. I guess it's my fault for trying to ambush him from behind. Okay. Let's go back. Rest. We'll try this again. This should make him spawn. Correct. Hellkite. I actually really dislike this. He's a boss, right? He's a boss. But an optional one, and maybe even one that you're not even meant to fight necessarily. It just kind of pisses me off the way this fight is handled. Maybe if I rest at the bonfire below, who knows? Like, I don't have to fight him. I did actually get the the Drake sword that he drops. I just wanted to have this little moment of victory at the end. I'll try one more time. That's gonna be it then. I don't want this to be the Hellkite episode. And then I don't have anything else to fill the final episode next time. He's not sitting on his perch. I'm almost certain you have to walk all the way over here. Well, you're lucky, Hellkite. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I really can't be bothered right now. So all we're gonna do here is just go back, return from whence we came, which is Firelink, and face the music, or have Gwyn face the music, as it might be. Undead Berg. I love ya. This is still like... If you want to be reductive, you could say that this area's greatness sort of front loads the best aspects of Dark Souls 1, and a lot of people would maybe say... or rather, some people would say that a lot of people would therefore not give the game as hard of a time as you could be doing, because let's be fair, there's a lot of like the sense of discovery, having this being the first Dark Souls game that I've played, or Souls game in that way, and that definitely has a lot to do with the fact that, you know, why I love this game so much, and why I can, you know, be a little more apologetic is not the right word, but I could see some weaknesses and say, well, the game is just so good in other areas that I can forgive it. Okay, this is it, guys. Actually, we should go through this in human form. That's just the right thing to do, I think. Close it out. And we're not fully done, actually. We still need to go through like a pretty short area, but an area that can be kind of dangerous by its own rights, before we can fight the boss. So here we go. Also, this is the first time we've been down here, I think. Usually people will have what's his face? Fram talk to them and carry them down here. Actually, now that you mention it, or I mention it, we haven't talked to Kath in a long time. Shouldn't he have some dialogue? And I'm pretty sure we can just warp back here if we want to. So let's just do that. Hey, Kath, old buddy.
What is it? I am your guardian. Go on. State your wish. They failed me. Every last one of them. They were strong, but saw not the truth. I am certain that you will prove different. They failed me.
Yeah. We're not the only ones, but I guess he doesn't have any other dialogues. Although I guess he also
Very well. Be still. Entrust
okay.
my flesh to me.
I guess we did see the Firelink altar at one point, because he did transport us back there. That's kind of nice. Yeah. It's transport by serpent mouth. Alright, anyway. That will be that. We're gonna offer all the Lord souls that we have. Magnificent. Okay. And I'm feeling the parrying dagger again. Call it a hunch. Ghosts of battles past. And then of course the kiln of the first flame. This is where Gwyn has sacrificed himself to extend the Age of Fire. And we'll see the consequences of that in a moment here. Two parries on those guys, huh? Whoops. You don't really need to fight them, you can just run past, but it's also a good way of farming, of course, upgrade material, but also their equipment. They also will drop their weapons and shields. Whoa. I thought it was early on that, but it was just in time. Not so practiced with great knight swordman guys. Or any of the two-handed weapons, rather. I really like this area. It's hard to say what it would be, like where in the world, because we obviously got teleported somewhere. But, who knows? Dark Souls 3 sort of brings you back here, but it still doesn't really answer where it is, except for, like, you know, saying this is the end of the world, everything is sort of coalescing into itself. Oh, great, thank you. Thank you for dropping your item in the death zone. And this is our reward for saving his life. Pretty sure. Can't you see Gwyn already? Yeah, there he is. Sitting pretty much in the fireplace. There's one or two more of these guys, and I'm actually going to summon Solaire. I was sort of debating it, but I have like a little bit of a careful. I have a funny little idea. I think that's the last. No, there's one more. Halberd one. Gotta be careful. His combos are pretty outlandish. Doesn't quite do it just yet. There we go. Alright, Solaire, come on down. See what's happening. You'll get your chance at finding what all that sun stuff is all about. Because maybe that is his destiny. Maybe he was meant to fight Lord Gwyn, even though he's his god. But honestly, you can argue he hasn't been that for a long time. I'll see if maybe Solaire can land the final blow. I would like that. Come down here, you old sack of sunlight medals. And witness the best boss theme of all time. Whoops. It's been forever since I fought them. And he's very untanky. Like, significantly less tanky than I thought. I feel kind of sorry for the old geezer. With Solaire, I guess you don't... Yay, Solaire! You did it! Ta-da! You happy, Solaire? At least one NPC quest line I was able to successfully finish. You know what? Old Greer would have just walked away. But this interaction with Solaire, maybe it's not all worthless. Maybe we should be going into yet another cycle. Because that's my reasoning for Dark Souls, and from this game alone, not taking in the sequels or whatever. This is what I think, you know, like, the lesson that Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, has to teach us is that nothing can last forever, and we should just let things go sometimes. Actually, while we're here, we should be reading our last Lord Soul. Soul of the Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight and Cinder, who linked the first flame. Lord Gwyn bequeathed most of his power to the gods and burned as cinder for the first flame. But even so, Lord Gwyn's soul is a powerful thing indeed. Indeed. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.